What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. For y'all, in this video right here, we're talking about if you have a life path number 2. And I'll pause for the cause. If you've never heard about numerology, if you're just starting off of this journey of self-knowledge, self-love, if you don't know what your life path number is, if you don't understand how important, drastically, urgently important it is to know your life path number, to know your sign, to know about yourself, basically, if you're just starting on the journey. In numerology, I got an introduction video I'll put in the description box. You got to watch that first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm going to talk about right now. So if you did your math and you realize your life path number 2, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now, boom. You already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what life path number 2 people look like and act like in reality. So we got Barack Obama, Michael Jordan, Madonna, Angela Bassett, Queen Latifah, Wesley Snipes, Bill Clinton, Diana Ross, Kanye West, and Jennifer Lopez. Also, if you're a life path number, master number 11, this video will also resonate with you, because remember, master number 11 is like a amplified life path number 2. So when I think about life path number 2, the first thing that comes to my mind is, when you think about number 2, I want y'all to look at the numbers and the shapes as like it's shaped for a reason, the way that it looks, and the curves and the lines there for a reason. So let's take the number 2 and see how it's curved on the top. Almost looks like a swan or like a mother goose that is like nurturing the child. So like the way that the top part is curved down, it looks like a mother goose nurturing the child. So number 2, the energy, the vibration that describes number 2 is nurturing. It's here to, y'all purpose is here to nurture people. And you're also here to bring balance to every situation. Now remember when I say that everything is in twos, that it takes 2 things to balance, like left, right, up, down, black, white, like straight, back, like everything that involves balance comes in twos. So also 2 represents balance, it represents diplomacy. You could relate it to like the Libra energy when it comes to like being balanced and being very good at negotiating and all that. So every single number, the same way in astrology, every single sign is ruled by a planet. Every single number is ruled by a planet. So number 1 was the alpha, was the leader, was independent. I'm by myself, I'm a leader. I'm the alpha, ruled by the sun, so I'm here to shine. I personally describe it as Mars energy, just here to like all about action and being a leader. And now number 2 was like the exact opposite of it. Number 1 needs to be by themselves because they need to have their own way of doing things. Number 2 kind of low-key needs to be with somebody. Like they need to have somebody that they can add value to, so they can like be the second part to bring that balance. So like number 1 likes to be by themselves. Number 2 loves relationships. So number 2 is basically like, your purpose here is to bring value to people and to situations. When you bring yourself to something that's already there. So when you're like a second, when you're like let me say, like when you're like a partner to somebody, when you're like the supporting cast. So you're here to nourish people because you're here to be like the partners, all about partnerships. Now 2 was ruled by the moon. So now remember, in astrology, the moon represents Cancer, and Cancer is that nurturing energy. Like, see how all this ties in? Nothing is coincidence. So 2 is that nurturing energy. I say 2. Cancer is that nurturing energy. Cancer represents giving love to people, like being very nurturing, being very motherly. So 2 life path people are extremely motherly, extremely caring. Y'all are very intuitive too. So y'all can really feel the energies from people around you. And that's a really big thing, because in order to be like empathetic, in order to be like, to really care about people like that, you have to be sensitive to their energies. So y'all are extremely sensitive people. And when I say sensitive, you already know I'm not talking about in the corner crying all day. You're just sensitive to people's energies. And this is what helps y'all to really like to relate to them, really helps y'all to be in your power, to give your nourishment, to give your like strength to people that need it, because you're here to like nourish people and you're here to give them like your support basically. And you're very valuable, so don't think that like you're a sidekick. A lot of times, life path number 2 people will do something and they will not get the praise and recognition that they need, because they kind of feel content, or they feel like comfortable not always being in the limelight. They feel perfectly fine being low-key, being supporting cast, because they themselves know the value they bring into whatever they're into. So a lot of times they could do something and they won't get the recognition, they won't get the flack for it, they won't get the shine for it. But understand that you're here to like balance things out. You're here to nourish things. You're here to be that motherly figure, to be that nourishing energy to whatever situation you're going to. So now I say this in my cancer video. Understand that the world we live in, people might look at you and be like, you're kind of codependent. When you're first starting relationships, it might come off like you're kind of clingy, because you genuinely love being in relationships. You love partnerships. Everything that's in 2s is like balance. So things that are in 2s is like partnerships. Don't really like being by yourself. So understand that you have a tendency to kind of be like codependent on people. So my advice to y'all is like understanding that your purpose is to like, you know, is to be nurturing and to give love and to give like your healing powers to people. Understanding this about yourself, y'all have to be extremely picky with who you want to share this energy with. Like, people might look at y'all and might look at you like you kind of like don't stand up for yourself, or you kind of like just easy or kind of soft a little bit, because 2 is also the feminine energy. Remember, 1 is the masculine energy, 1 is the father, 1 is ruled by the sun. 2 is like the feminine energy. 2 is the mother, ruled by the moon. You see how all this ties in? Kind of like a yin and yang kind of thing, like the masculine, feminine. So being the feminine energy, being number 2, people might look at y'all like y'all can't stand up for yourself. People might take advantage of that pure, of that really like nourishing power that y'all have. People might take advantage of that. And when people do, like, the things people say to y'all low key, because y'all so sensitive and because y'all feel things very deeply, and because y'all all about being in partnerships, so you actually care about what people think. Think about Libras. Remember how I say Libras, they'll kind of lie to you a little bit because they want to hurt your feelings. They actually care about what you feel. Libras like to look good because they actually care about what people think. So number 2 is low-key, high-key care about people around them and what they think and like how they feel about them. So because that y'all sensitive like that, and because that somebody could really mess up your whole day by saying something cruel to you, and like you really take that to heart, you really feel everything they said, you really like dwell upon what they're saying and really put it to yourself, like, damn, like, am I really like that or something? Like, people can say something to you that you really feel it to heart and feel it deeply. So because of this, you have to really like be careful and really like be aware of the people that are around you, and make sure that the people that you're giving your pure, beautiful energy to, giving your gift to, giving your nourishment to, you have to make sure that they appreciate what you're doing. Like, if they don't appreciate what you're doing, if you can tell that they're not appreciative, if you can tell that they're kind of taking you for granted, you have to get out that situation, because what's going to happen is, because y'all so sensitive, just like the Pisces, because y'all can like just feel the energy like that, because y'all here to nurture. So already like you have like a natural need to please people. The same way like Libras have a problem with people pleasing, like all that's going to tie in. So you have a problem with pleasing people. So knowing this, make sure that the people that you're pleasing, because like it's in your nature to be nourishing, it's in your nature to be empathetic, it's in your nature to be nice, and to be like, and to give your gift of like nourishment to people. It's in your nature. It's number 2, the way it's shaped. Even if you put like 2 number 2s together, like a number 2 and the opposite number 2, it makes like a heart. So like all y'all love is love. Like y'all here to love. Like love is like the energy, the vibration that radiates out of you. Like no matter where you go, you just want to give love and nourishment to people, like a mother, like just love. And that loving vibration, that loving energy. And like I said, people will take advantage of that, because they'll be like, this person, man, like this person is so nice, like I could just like walk over that person. So some advice is really pay attention to the people around you. Really make sure that whoever that you're giving your energy to really loves you for who you are, really accepts you for who you are, and they understand that even though that you're really good at being like a supporting cast, at being like the motherly figure, that your role is as equally important as a person that's in the limelight. Like the mother's role in the house is just as important as a father's role, as if he has to go out to work. The mother's role inside the house is just as important to make those two balance come together, to make the masculine and the feminine come together. The two roles are very important. So your role is very important, but you cannot be successful doing your life purpose if you're doing things for people, if you're working at a job that doesn't like really accept your energy, if they don't really appreciate your energy, if you're in a relationship that the person you're with doesn't appreciate your energy, because you're gonna be a nice person, you're gonna be a empathetic person by nature. The only thing that can happen is the people around you will take advantage of it, or the people around you will be like, will really appreciate what you bring. Like your gift here is like really beautiful. What you bring to the table is like really nourishing and motherly type vibrational energy. So now let's put everything together. Let's try to like put numbers and astrology together and see what kind of like life, or what kind of job, what kind of purpose like that really fulfill your soul kind of thing. So now in astrology, remember the houses. The first house was like the ruled by Aries, so it's all about me. Number 1 is ruled by the sun, but number 1 is all about me being in leadership. Seeing how that ties in. Number 2, the second house is in Taurus. The second house is all about the money and possessions and all that. So when it comes to your work, being a number 2, and also being ruled by the moon, and moon is about the mother, moon is about the home life, moon is about things that you hold dear to your heart. So when it comes to like your home life, or something that you want, when it comes to making money, you want to like make money by doing something that you can do at home kind of thing, like a home type business would be like the perfect kind of like path for you. Doing something that you could like, even like going on YouTube and sharing, like doing tarot cards, or like sharing your intuition to people, but doing things that you could be at home, like be at the comfort of your own house. Like you could be doing it and making money off of just being like sharing your gift with people. So I'm suggesting like having a home type business, a business that you can stay home, be comfortable in your house. That's like the best kind of like path for y'all. I'm not saying that y'all can't be leaders. I'm not saying that all y'all are mad feminine and all that, but understand that the vibration that you have, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a vibration that they're here with. The vibration that you have, it's best to fit yourself in positions that you will be like a supporting cast, that you have no problem not always being in the limelight, but being the person that has a very important position too, like very important purpose. You're not just a sidekick, like a very important purpose, but you will be more fulfilled being in the position of being like I said, the nurturer, being the motherly figure, being the feminine energy into the system that you're in. Also, like another good career path for y'all, like y'all like being ambassadors type people. An ambassador type person is like somebody that could like really take somebody under their wing and like really teach them how to do something, but teaching them like in a one-on-one, like personal, like motherly way. So anything that you could like really have like a personal relationship with somebody, but you're teaching them something, or you're helping them in a way that you could really watch them grow in a nurturing, motherly way, like a counselor or like a coach, but not like a coach like a number 1 that's like really about trying to be successful, but like a coach or somebody like a therapist, basically somebody that's here like to heal you therapeutically, if that's the word I could use, like in a way like that's like somebody that's here like as your supporting cast, listening to your problems and all that, but then sharing their gift and sharing their energy with you to nourish you and to nourish your problem, your situation. That's like a good life path for y'all, being like a counselor or a therapist, or just working at home but sharing your gift with the world, and just sharing your healing powers with the world, because y'all are very intuitive. I'm saying like Anybody that's sensitive is extremely intuitive. If you're really sensitive, if you can feel energy so deeply, if when somebody says something to you, you can really feel it, that means you're sensitive. But that also means that because of that, you're very intuitive. So use that to your advantage. Understand that whenever you're feeling something that's not right, that gut feeling, because that gut feeling is like the intestines. The intestines look like a brain, so it's like a brain in your stomach. So that gut feeling is like your brain in your body doesn't feel something right. Trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling. And I'm gonna keep saying this, like really pay close attention to the people that are around you, to the people that you give your energy to, because you do have a tendency to people please, just like the Libra, all about balance, all about making sure everything is good, being peacekeeping, just making everything smooth, kind of like bending over backwards for people, not really caring about your needs, but you want to care about somebody else's first. Understand that just before you give that energy, oh, bro, before you give that energy to somebody, make sure that they deserve your nurturing powers, because your role in this life is extremely important. Y'all are also a very rare number too. So if you're number 2, you're a very rare type of number. You're actually the rarest number in all of numerology. So understand that your purpose here is really important. So don't feel down about yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, because a lot of times, because y'all so sensitive, you will feel like life is against you, or you feel like I'm not here to do nothing, like everybody else is doing this and I'm just like stuck here. You just have to find something that you can be able to share your gift with and be like a supporting cast, or to like add yourself onto something that is in line with your life purpose and in line with your morals, and that's how you will be successful, make that grow. Being the mother, you got to find the father to make that perfect balance, the feminine, masculine energy, to put that together to make successful relationship, business, anything that you want. Basically, your purpose is to be the nurturer and to share your healing powers, and to be like intuitive, and to understand that your purpose is extremely important, the same way as a number 1's purpose is extremely important. Number 3, number 4, all the numbers receding after it. Another thing, number 2 is because y'all like feel energy like that. Music is like therapy for y'all. Music is everything for y'all. Y'all could really get in tune with the artist's lyrics. You could really get in tune with the vibrations of the beat and all that. So whenever you're feeling like you're feeling drained because you just gave yourself, you gave too much of yourself to a situation, to a relationship, to a job, like a best way for y'all to like really relax and just like to really like come back to yourself is just like isolate yourself, because really work on trying to do things for yourself as well. Like understand that you're a number 2, so you can't be codependent. So understand that you have to try and find like moments or phases in your life where you come back to having a relationship with yourself first. So you have a good relationship with yourself, and that'll better enable you to understand the kind of people that will be receptive to you. So if you have a good relationship with yourself, you will know how you treat yourself, you will love yourself, and you know that if somebody out there is not treating me the way I should be treated, I'm not going to give them my energy. So having a relationship with yourself will help y'all to really like raid off all the negative people that will come and take advantage of you. Even though that y'all intuition is so strong, you can always tell when somebody's like really trying to take advantage of y'all. Sometimes y'all could tell when it's like after your energy has been drained so much, after you've been through a lot. But your intuition always tells you like, all right, like this person, he ain't giving back, she ain't giving back. Like it's not being reciprocal, it's not being balanced, it's not being like, it's not fair kind of thing. Like a Libra, the balance, the scales, the judgment, it's not fair kind of thing. But listen to your intuition, understand that you have a tendency to be codependent. So have a relationship with yourself. Like isolate yourself sometimes. Become in tune with yourself. Meditate. Just like really love yourself, so you know exactly the kind of energy you have, the kind of power that you have, and what you bring to the table, so that you know the next time you're about to bring out the energy, you know who to give it to and who deserves it and who doesn't deserve it. So that was my video on number 2, on life path number 2. I hope y'all enjoyed it. My next video is going to be on life path number 3. You already know I'm going to keep these videos going. If you subscribe to my channel, I fuck with you heavy. You already know. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Make sure y'all drink y'all water. Make sure you mind your business and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.